Thanks, Amitabh. And thank you also for setting up a little bit of the context of what we're going to talk about, and to Roshni as well, because you're talking about rural markets, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about. So to start with, BBC Media Action is the international development arm of the BBC, where we used to be called BBC World Service Trust for any of you who know us from earlier. We work in about 20 countries globally, and we've been in India for about 14 years, focusing largely on health, and currently we work on 2 very large maternal and child health projects in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and Orissa. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is our work in Bihar, where we use what we call a 360-degree integrated approach to reach audiences across rural Bihar. Now, Bihar is 104 million people, but 90% is rural. So we use every single platform, really, to reach them. Mobile, of course, is an absolutely critical platform for us. In reaching people in Bihar, in rural Bihar, one of our key platform enablers is the frontline health worker, the ASHA or the Anganwadi worker. And our question, our key challenge was, how do we improve the efficacy of these frontline health workers without sort of adding to their workload? The first solution we came up with is what we call Mobile Academy. Mobile Academy is an anytime, anywhere training course delivered via mobile phone. It uses IVR technology, so old, reliable as it comes. It's a course that's designed to refresh knowledge and to enhance communication skills. It's a course that starts at one end and goes all the way through 9 chapters. Each chapter has 4 lessons. At the end of each chapter, the frontline worker takes a quiz. And at the end of completing the course, she gets either a pass or a fail score. It's 50%. And if she passes, she gets a certificate of completion from the government of Bihar. It's 190 minutes of content, and she pays for this service. She pays 50 paise per minute to take the course. It's accessible from any mobile handset, so it's handset agnostic. And it's based on a business model that includes 5 of the leading mobile network operators in the country. Airtel, Vodafone, Reliance, Tata, and Idea. We're still working on the BSNL contract. So far, in the last 13 months, we've had 29,000 unique users for Mobile Academy. Remember, this is a paid service. And they've together accessed over 3.5 million minutes of content. And we have, as of the end of June, 10,000 graduates, but I've heard today that we have close to 12,000 graduates this month. The second solution that we came up with was something to enable frontline health workers to go out and talk to families in the community. We found that they didn't have anything to actually support their conversations with women. So we came up with what we call Mobile Kunji. Now, Mobile Kunji is this. So Mobile Kunji is a deck of cards, 40 cards on a ring, and it follows, I'll pass this around, unfortunately we've only got 1 copy, but there's a stall outside that has more. It follows a life cycle approach, so it starts from pregnancy, goes all the way through delivery, postnatal care, family planning, immunization, nutrition, hand washing, a whole range of different behaviors. Now, the way Kunji is structured, it's difficult to do this with one hand. So the way Kunji is structured is that you'll see each of the cards has a large illustration on the front. It has content that enables the frontline health worker to start the conversation with the mother, and at the back of each card, this is the side that the frontline worker sees, there's critical key points of information that she must remember to deliver. So where's the mobile bit, right? Every single card has at the bottom a unique toll-free mobile short code. And what the frontline worker can do is she can dial that particular number, and she gets to listen to or play for the woman that she's visiting a recorded audio message that gives her content related to what's on the card. The information is delivered by a character we've created called Dr. Anita. Now, again, 104 million people, but only 4,000 doctors in the public health system in Bihar. So access to a doctor and being able to hear something from a doctor character even is incredibly important for our audiences. This is a toll-free service. Frontline workers don't pay for it. And currently the program pays for it, but the government is planning to cover the costs. In 13 months, we've had over 100,000 unique users who've used over 3 million minutes. And a quick little story from the field. This is from an Anganwadi worker up in East Champaran who's used Mobile Kunji to actually convince a young mother to adopt family planning. And she talks about how Mobile Kunji has completely transformed her relationship with the community she works with. Thank you very much. The idea is that you want this to be sustainable, so when the project finishes and when funding runs out, it's not like the entire thing collapses. So the project is in partnership with the government of Bihar, and it's funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and it's based on a memorandum of cooperation between the Gates Foundation and the government of Bihar.
If there's no other question, I can follow that up with.
Sure.
I had a sort of separate question of, you know, the bigger picture and perhaps going to urban areas, but just focusing on the content piece of it, under sort of, you know, the Sabla program with, you know, focusing on adolescent girls, and Anganwadi workers have now been staffed with providing the messaging for that as well. Are you looking to develop the content and now sort of go further along the continuum beyond children aged under the age of 1 or 3, as you had mentioned?
At this point, we don't have any thoughts of taking Kunji and Academy specifically to those markets and to those audiences. I think, you know, this is the Mobile Kunji and Mobile Academy launched a year ago, so it's still very, very early days. We're very impressed ourselves with the uptake that we've seen, but it's time for us to start looking at impact as well now. And we need to look at how we can adapt this or these services for urban audiences. There is another service that we're not talking about today. It's called Kilkari, and it is actually Baby Center for rural Bihar audiences, entirely audio-based. And that is definitely something we're interested in looking at urban audiences for, because that's something we believe it's going directly to the consumer. So it's something that can be taken very easily.
You said you had 29,000 subscribers already on it, right?
For Mobile Academy.
For Mobile Academy.
For Kunji, it's over a lakh.
Over a lakh. Okay. So right now it's only in Bihar via
Yes.
MOU route, right? So any thoughts on taking it to other states as well, considering the benefits that it can provide?
Absolutely. Work is already underway to take it to Odisha and to Madhya Pradesh. It is also in the PIP for UP. There has been a lot of interest from several other states, but we haven't actually begun discussions with them yet, so it's a little early for that. But it is something that we are definitely looking at scaling up. In Bihar, currently, we're in 8 districts, and we are right now, over the last 2 months, really, we've begun work to scale up. The ambition is that by 2015, we cover the entire state.
In terms of sustainability, it's a paid model, right? So you are charging about 50 paisa per...
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the sustainability model.
That's something that is of interest to us, because most of the applications and some of these innovations actually fail to reach a stage where they become unsustainable and finally collapse.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of that happening. So that's something that we would like to know better about. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I think that's been one of our design principles, again, right from the beginning, is designing for both scale and sustainability, which is why we've started with those relationships with the mobile network industry. We have negotiated deals with all of the mobile network operators that I listed, where we have 3 specific things that are part of those contracts. The first is that we have a common short code across all the mobile network operators. The second is that we have a common tariff, which is 50 paise per minute. The third is that we've been able to sort of broker a revenue share on those calls. So for instance, Mobile Kunji, where the calls are toll-free for frontline workers, the actual cost of the call is not 50 paise per minute, it's much less than that. So what this means essentially is that because of that revenue share, once you hit a certain scale and a certain number of calls and a certain volume, the services start paying for themselves. So whether or not there is funding from the Gates Foundation, the work can continue.
Since you are charging, is it likely that the beneficiary, this lady, Anganwadi worker, Asha, will in turn charge the lady concerned?
Ma'am, for Mobile Kunji, she's not charged at all. It's toll-free for her. So she doesn't get charged to use Mobile Kunji. She pays to use Mobile Academy, and so far we haven't seen at all any situations where they're passing that back to the consumer, so to say. And what we're hearing and seeing very sort of loud and clear from frontline health workers in Bihar is that the value of that certificate of completion from the government of Bihar is enormous. It's not a certification, it's a certificate of completion, but just that little act of recognition goes an enormous way in actually, building their confidence in having them really sort of put their best foot forward in the work that they're supposed to do.
I think the interesting thing in this one, I think obviously the scale, and I think the use, the benefits is enormous. It was interesting that it's a paid model. I think that was something which I think it needs to be that way, so that people actually value it, and it does scale and the sustainability to the business model. So this was actually one of the top nominations.
Thank you very much.